podcast One Student, One Creativity.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the LI Academy podcast. One student, one creativity and our literature in ELT course. In this episode, we are going to talk about the one skill that many students find challenging, but actually very powerful. That skill is writing. Many students think writing is difficult because they focus too much on grammar and sentence structure. But actually, writing is more than that. Writing is a way for us to express idea, reflect on experience, and communicate our thought to others. And today, we will explore how writing skills can be developed through literature. Specifically, we will discuss the novel Kemarau by Navis and how this novel can help students write reflections about the climate change. This is interesting because today climate change has become one of the most serious global issues. We hear about drought, extreme weather, and environmental problems almost every day. Through literature, students can explore these issues in a meaningful way and express their thought through writing. And of course, I'm not alone here. I'm joined by my friend, Zaskia. Hello, Zaskia.
Hello, Harun. I'm really excited to be here today. I think discussing writing through literature is very interesting because it allows students to connect languages learning with real-world issues.
That's a great point. So, Zaskia, why do you think writing skills are so important today? Especially when we talk about the climate change.
Well, climate change is a global issue that affects many aspects of human life. Because of that, students need to be able to express their ideas, opinions, and concerns clearly. Writing helps students communicate through their thoughts about important issues. For example, students can write reflections about environmental problems, express their opinions about climate change, or even write academic essays about sustainability. When students write, they are not only practicing language, but also organizing their thoughts. Writing encourages students to think more deeply about what they read and what they observe in the world around them. When students read the novel Kemarau, they begin to ask questions such as, what is the meaning of the drought in this story? Why are the villagers struggling so much? And how does this situation relate to environmental problems today? Through writing, students can explore these questions and develop their understandings.
That's very interesting. So, writing is not just about language, but also about helping students reflect on real-world issues.
Exactly. Writing becomes a tool for thinking, reflecting, and expressing ideas.
Now, let's talk about the first stage. How does this novel help students begin the writing process?
Okay, the first stage is describing. In this stage, students begin by describing what they read in the story. This is a very important step because it helps students practice basic writing skills. For example, students might write something like the village in the novel experiences a long drought. Water is very scarce and the villagers struggle to survive. Through the simple descriptions like this, students practice using vocabulary, building sentences, and explaining situations clearly. This stage also helps students understand the setting and the problems faced by the characters in the story.
So, this stage really helps students build the foundation of writing.
Yes, that's right. It helps students become more comfortable with writing. And more importantly, it shows the connection between reading and writing. When students read carefully, They gain ideas and vocabulary that can help them write better.
After describing the soul, students move to the next stage, which is interpreting how does this stage help improve writing skills.
In the interpreting stage, students begin to think more deeply about the meaning behind the story. Instead of just describing what happens, they start to ask questions about the message of the novel. For example, students might write something like, "The drop in the novel does not only describe natural conditions, but also reflects environmental problems that are similar to climate change today." Through interpretation, students begin to develop critical thinking skills. They learn how to analyze a text, understand its deeper meaning, and explain their ideas through writing.
So, at this stage, writing becomes a tool for critical thinking.
Exactly. Students are not just retelling the story, but also reflecting on its meaning and relevance.
That's very interesting. Now let's move to the next stage, which is explaining.
RI Academy Podcast, one student, one creativity.
Okay, in the explaining stage, students begin to support their ideas with logical reasons. For example, students might write, "Climate change has caused drought in many regions around the world." The novel Kemarau helps readers understand how drought can affect people's life, especially in rural communities. Here, students start to develop arguments. They explain their ideas clearly and support them with examples or reasoning. This stage is very important for academic writing because students learn how to organize their arguments logically.
So, students are not only sharing opinions, but also explaining their ideas more academically.
Yes, that's correct. They begin to write more structured and thoughtful responses.
Now we reach for the final stage, which is considering what happened in this stage.
In the conceiving stage, students begin to create their own ideas based on what they have learned from the story. For example, students might write, "Through reading this novel, I realized the importance of protecting the environment. People need to conserve water and take better care of nature." This stage encourages students to become more creative and reflective. They not only analyze the story, but also connect it to their own values and ideas.
So, students move from understanding the story to creating new ideas.
Exactly. Writing becomes a way to develop creativity and awareness.
So, through this novel, writing skills develop naturally as students move through these stages.
Yes, that's right. Students develop not only writing skills, but also critical thinking, creativity, and communication skills. These are all important skills for the 21st century. Most importantly, students learn how to write with meaning. Writing is no longer just a classroom assignment, but a way to reflect on real issues in the world.
From today's discussion, we can see that the writing is not just about the grammar or sentence structure. Writing is a way for students to understand the world and express their ideas. Through the novel Kemarau, students can explore environmental issues and reflect on the impact of climate change on people's lives. Thank you so much, Zaskia, for sharing your insight today.
Thank you, Harun. I hope this discussion can encourage students to explore writing through literature.
And to all our listeners, keep reading, keep writing, and keep caring about our planet. See you in the next episode of the Literature in ELT podcast. Bye-bye.
RI Academy Podcast, One Student, One Creativity.